buzzer goes off. Everyone is leaving the stadium and walking away from the money they just spent for a fun-filled night. And who was their entertainment? The college athletes playing the game. College athletes dedicate numerous hours of their day to the universities they attend, and for what cost? These hard-working athletes are mistreated and denied fair compensation for the time and effort they contribute each and every day. The National Collegiate Athletic Association, or NCAA, has restrictions on giving college athletes salaries. It is unfair to require so much from people and not reward them with compensation that matches their level of dedication. Here's an example of a University of Florida's football player's daily schedule. These athletes wake up between 6 to 7 a.m. every day. They are given 45 minutes to eat breakfast and start their first class at 8. They have their classes from 8 to 11:30 and then have an hour break for lunch. If you thought this was a lot to cram into a small amount of time, just wait. These athletes then have a lift practice from 12:30 to 1:30, followed by an hour of fuel and recovery, then meetings from 2:30 to 3:30, then a 2-hour practice from 3:30 to 5:30. The rest of their night is dedicated to a 6 to 6:30 fuel and recovery, 6:30 to 7 dinner, and 7:30 to 9 study period. Athletes have almost no time for their classes, with practices, traveling for games, and meetings with the team, because they spend at least 40 hours a week practicing. This schedule does not even account for the numerous trips that these athletes take for away games. That is time taken away from the college education that they are promised. How are these athletes making money? They aren't. College athletes are valuable assets to the universities they attend. In a Notre Dame Law Review, it wrote that last year's National Collegiate Athletic Association basketball tournament generated over $70 million in gross receipts. These statistics have only increased over the years since this article was published. All of that income is being sucked up by the NCAA, and none of it is going back to the people who generate that money. A professor at Brown University argued that college athletes should not be paid because remunerating these young people makes them employees, not students. This would prove to be a good point if they were not treated like employees. If they endure the same experiences that an employee would endure, they should be compensated fairly for it. It is evident that college athletes should be paid due to the hard work and dedication that they supply to the universities and teams. The money that they make should be given back to them in some way, shape, or form. When the final buzzer goes off and you're leaving your favorite team's stadium, you should feel confident that the money you just spent will be going back to the people who practiced for hours on end, put their lives in danger, and won the game. In order for you to make a positive change in these student athletes' lives, I found an online petition that you can sign if you agree with this public service announcement.